usually made with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Are you tired of the stress and chaos that comes with managing a professional haunt? The actors, the schedules, the costumes. It can all be overwhelming. But what if we told you there's a solution? Introducing Scython, a modern all-in-one actor management platform that streamlines the entire process and makes managing your monsters a breeze. With features such as recruiting, scheduling, communication, background checks, time tracking, awards tracking, and costume management, Scython is everything you need from the palm of your hand. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple apps or spreadsheets, and hello to a seamless and organized experience. Sign up for a 30-day free trial at scython.io and start managing your monsters like a pro.
What does these Halloween horror and haunted house influencers have in common?
You are watching. That's scary.
You're watching. That's scary.
Oh my God, that's scary.
'Tis the season to be scary. So stay scary with us and stalk us now and join your new horror family.
Netting is your source for premium fire retardant camo netting. Burlap, 13-ounce vinyl, freezer flaps, and more for the haunted attraction industry. Purchase by the roll and save 20% and get free shipping when you use the promo code NIGHTMARE. Get started today at nightmarenetting.com.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is your boy Willie May with Yep, That's Scary. I want to let you know that right here, we will be premiering hot news in a minute every Thursday night. Yo, if you want to know the industry news, you want to know that juicy tea, the 411, then stay right here. Coming soon, hot news in a minute.
This is Willie May with marketing tricks, treats, and trends.
Are you tired of the stress and chaos that comes with managing a professional haunt? The actors, the schedules, the costumes. It can all be overwhelming. But what if we told you there's a solution? Introducing Scython, a modern all-in-one actor management platform that streamlines the entire process and makes managing your monsters a breeze. With features such as recruiting, scheduling, communication, background checks, time tracking, awards tracking, and costume management, Scython is everything you need from the palm of your hand. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple apps or spreadsheets, and hello to a seamless and organized experience. Sign up for a 30-day free trial at Scython.io and start managing your monsters like a pro.
What does these Halloween horror and haunted house influencers have in common?
You are watching. That's scary.
You're watching. That's scary.
Oh my God, that's scary.
'Tis the season to be scary. So stay scary with us and stalk us now and join your new horror family.
Netting is your source for premium fire retardant camo netting. Burlap, 13-ounce vinyl, freezer flaps, and more for the haunted attraction industry. Purchase by the roll and save 20% and get free shipping when you use the promo code NIGHTMARE. Get started.
Wait, can we hear me now? We're good? All right. Sorry, my mic was muted. What is going on, everybody? It must be Thursday because I am here and you are here, and we have a ladies' night tonight for all those haunt ladies out there wanting to know what all the other ladies are doing. We're going to do it tonight. We're going to find out, and we have a pretty big giveaway going on. But first, I got to bring in my partner in crime, Tayan.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Tayan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm suffering for two reasons.
Okay.
One, it is so hot and humid, and it's been that way all week, and I am melting because of how bad it is. And two, I got really upset today because Head and Shoulders doesn't make a body wash called Knees and Toes, and that like consumed a good chunk of my day today. Just like thinking about that.
Because they don't make it called that.
Yeah, I feel like they missed an opportunity, and it's
But
been
that's on
bothering me.
them. But that's on
But
them though.
it's really bothering.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I can't emphasize enough how much that it's bothering me. How are you? How's Tayan? That's the important question. How's Tayan?
I'm I'm all right.
No deep burning questions like the Head and Shoulders thing going on. Nothing.
Yeah, other than me working on like a 1-day event haunt, well, scare zone, not really too much is going on because school's starting back up, so it's slowing down for me, but not by a lot because I got asked to do a haunt for Ocala at the market. But the problem is it's a 1-day haunt. So I have from like 12 until like 4:45 to set it up, and then the event ends at 10 and I have to take it down. So planning that has been oodles of fun.
Really?
But
You have a 1-day
yeah,
haunt?
yeah,
How
just 1 day.
is it like in a place, or is it just like on the side of the road or something?
So it's at the Ocala Oddities Market is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like like a pavilion kind of thing, but it's in the middle of downtown Ocala, so it's like super super busy, and it's in like a parking lot. So I have like a couple 10 by 10 spaces, like 6 10 by 10 spaces that I'm making a tiny haunt just for 1 day. And I'm involving my local community college's acting students and trying to get them certified in scare acting so that they could put it on their resume for Halloween Horror Nights and stuff like that.
Nice.
So benefiting people, but I'm also needing actors. So that was how I got them to do it.
When
So,
when is that?
October 13th.
October 13th. Oh, you got a little bit of time.
Yeah, but it feels like not enough.
I just watched a thing about Ocala like 2 days ago, actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
live near there.
Yeah, it was on Cops, I think.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Can't
18th
remember.
my 18th birthday is like 9 days away, I think.
9
That's,
days.
I
What are
guess,
you doing
something to
for
look
your 18th
forward to.
birthday?
Eating steak.
All
That's
right.
it.
Well, don't go too crazy then on your
Yeah.
18th birthday.
I
Reel it
wanna
in
ride
just
in
a
the
little bit.
slingshot, but I don't
Well,
know.
I
I
don't.
don't know if he's free.
Where's Jose or Molly?
I
I'm sure
know.
they're watching.
I don't know if they're in
They
the
gotta be
chat yet.
watching.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I guess
I'm
that's
still surprised you
exciting.
guys haven't made that happen yet.
I know. I told him I wanted to save it for my 18th birthday. So now it's just, I guess, doing
Not
it.
not. Yeah. Now we're on the clock.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, he's in
So
California. I forgot.
what's in California?
Midsummer Scream.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is going on this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
My days are running together. It's These long, hot days, long days
Oh
at work.
my gosh.
It's a problem. I mean, look at like it's so, but I'm like so pale because I'm just so like dehydrated. It's real
Well, then
bad.
you should probably fix that.
I'm drinking at
That's
I'm
not water.
sure it is. It's
Mm,
yeah.
sure,
Hey,
sure.
says water right there. Do you not see that? Water.
I'm ignoring you. Do we need to bring on our first guest?
Well, yeah, we do. But first, we got a good giveaway tonight. We are launching the HauntCon website today.
That's
It's now
exciting.
live. And at the end of the show, we're gonna walk you guys through kind of some of the things that are going on with the webpage, and some new information about HauntCon. So with that being said, hashtag HauntCon tonight, and you will get 2 free tickets to HauntCon 2024. The return of
Fancy.
HauntCon, the revenge. HauntCon Part 2, I guess. I don't know if it was a movie. There it is. February 9th through the 11th, 2024 at the Hilton, right on the beach down there in Orlando, Florida, or on Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm sorry. You can't beat that. I heard I'm doing the fire show for the luau. I guess that's what I heard.
I
I don't
hope so.
know.
I think that would be awesome.
I don't know about that.
It would be
We'll
so
see.
cool, though.
We'll see. I don't know. Florida people are weird. You know that, right?
Yeah, but
I
I
seen it
still
on
think it would be
Cops.
cool. Yeah,
We'll see. Maybe. Maybe.
maybe.
Pencil me in for a solid maybe. But
Heard.
yeah, so hashtag HauntCon to enter in for your chance to win 2 free tickets to HauntCon 2024 down there in Daytona Beach, our little mini beachside haunt vacation. We're gonna have a
It's
really
gonna be
good time with
awesome.
that.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm ready to bring out a guest. I don't. Is our guest ready?
I think
Brandy,
so.
Brandy Morris from Brandy Beast. Are you ready?
Hey.
There she is. What's going on?
Hey guys.
How are we doing today?
Good. Crazy as always.
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you for being on tonight. Really do appreciate that. You've been around this business for quite some time, and it's one of those things where like I think everybody has seen your work in one way, shape, or form, but they may not know exactly where it comes from.
Hmm.
So, kind of, because like I know pretty much any like trans world picture you pop up in, any like trade show stuff, your pictures are all over the place with your costumes and your masks and everything like that. So, give us a quick rundown about Brandy Beasts and what you do and what you create, because I know it's a lot. So.
Okay. I'm basically a crazy one-woman show, maybe 2 women if my mom gets involved, and she makes these really wicked headpieces. So if you ever want wigs with horns and that kind of stuff, that's her deal. Everything I make is too scary, so I have to give the pretty stuff to her. What I do is I don't know, I make monsters. I basically ask people, how can I customize your piece to be special and unique to you? So sure, I'll make a sculpture in a mold, and that's always the same. But once it pops out into latex, now it's the fun part. Now it's how can we make this a one of a kind for whoever wants it, and that's what I thrive on, is just making things that aren't mass production or cookie cutter. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I get bored. I'm a Gemini, so we might as well just keep mixing it up and making it special. And also, just to show everybody, if you haven't seen my stuff, I make separate jaw masks. So like, that's kind of what I do. We try to make them comfy and movable, and yeah, that's the hope.
Breathable. So you
Yeah,
get air.
it's important. It's important.
But yeah, it's not just I take a mask out and customize it. I mean, you sculpt all these masks, like you have very original masks.
Mhm.
You're pouring the latex, you paint them, you do costuming stuff. You mentioned that your mother helping you out with the wigs and the
Mhm.
horn, which I think that's probably the most iconic picture of you is with the horns.
Yeah,
Uh,
the wig. Yeah,
yeah. Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, it's. I mean, you kind of got like a whole all in one package there. So tell us about some of your ensembles or characters or things
Okay.
that you've put together over the years.
Sure. I mean, I actually, just to give a little bit of history, if anybody's interested in it, I got a lot of my training, so to speak, from working in California for a few years. So I moved out in California in like 2016, like into 2015, 2016. I went to cinema makeup school, which was really fun, and that was a huge networking opportunity. So all the right people were there at the right time, and they helped me out greatly because Howard Berger was looking for an assistant for the TV show The Orville, the Seth MacFarlane space show, which I highly recommend. He needed someone to help with the Isaac character, the robot. The actor was needing help getting in and out of the hands and the helmet. So what started as a week-long job, kind of following everybody on set and holding the helmet like it was my egg. I was like mother hen with an egg, and that turned into a job later at K&B for the next like 3 to 4 years. So my training comes from working in Hollywood for about 4 years, making suits for The Walking Dead or Orville or movies like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That was all during my little era of California time. So when I wanted to start my own business, I wanted to take some of those Hollywood techniques and use haunt-friendly materials. Like foam latex is beautiful. I love it. It stinks, but I love the flexibility of it. But we all know latex holds up better for the haunt wear and tear. So I'm trying to fuse techniques to give a little bit of Hollywood and a little bit of haunt and find something in the middle that we really haven't quite landed on yet. Sorry.
No,
No,
you're
no,
good.
no. Yeah,
It's a
so
lot.
tell us about some of the pieces you've created over the time.
Sure.
The not not
Okay.
not Hollywood stuff. Let's talk about Brandy
Like my
Beast
stuff.
stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, right now I have a ton of them that I wish I could show you guys. They're all kind of under wraps right now because obviously season is fast approaching, but I'm working on some really cool pieces for Hershey Park. We have some characters for that I'm really proud of, and I can't wait to release what they are and what they look like. I can't really even say what the character is because it spoils it. I'm doing a piece for Red Vein as well that is really wicked, but again, it's kind of stealing the thunder, so I don't want any haunts to get mad at me for saying, "Hey, I wanted to release that." But like, I don't know, just I make whatever's in my head, and that kind of scares some people. So it's everything from wolves and demons and just anything. I mean, honestly, my rule of thumb
Bird
is
people.
yes, bird. Yeah, my get up that I wear, my bird monster. It's whatever would make 7-year-old Brandy happy. That's what I make. If I would have bought it as a kid or begged my parents to have it as a kid, that's what I want to make. So
It's fair.
Well, kind of walk us through what your creative process is. You
sure.
mentioned 7-year-old Brandy. If that's what she wanted, that's what she was getting.
hmm
That's what you want to make. But everybody that's been in this business for 5 minutes knows it's not just slapping some tape together and calling it a character.
No.
It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally, to
Yes.
to make all this work. So tell us about how your creative process works.
Sure. Well, I mean, as you guys see, I'm wearing headphones now for our little chat, but music, I will always be playing music while I work, so people scare the crap out of me all the time because I zone in. But my process is basically getting excited about a theme or having someone come to me with, we need this for our haunt, whatever. And then it immediately goes into clay. I don't waste a lot of time sketching or drawing because I know I'm going to take the shapes that I start seeing in the clay and letting it speak, so to speak. It's kind of like when you see shapes in clouds. It's like, oh, that looks like a rabbit. Let me go with that. That's kind of what I do with my sculpting. So sometimes I have a solid idea and I'm trying to make it look like a wolf. Other times I have no idea what it is. I'm just rolling with it. Some of my most recent shares on Facebook and Instagram, I've shared a couple sculptures. That's the cloud shape stuff happening. I don't know what it is. When I paint
I
it,
was
I'll figure
wondering what
that
that
out.
was today. Your post that I seen that. I was like, I mean, I
Yeah.
like it, but what is it?
But what is it? I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure that out.
That's how I feel about the mask that I made. I have no clue what it is, but I like it.
Fun. It's fun though, and then it's kind of cool because you're not locked into something. Like again, if it's a wolf, it's a wolf. I mean, yeah, I'm pushing it and making like plant wolves and things too, but but you know, like some of those sculptures, you can look at it and say, okay, well, if I add horns and make it orange, I can make a pumpkin monster, and if I throw some fur on it, now it's a yeti or whatever. Like I love the freedom to just expand and play off of a base instead of being like too literal. But yeah, clay is my favorite part of my process, and then from there it gets into mold making, which is usually the story of small girl, big mold. My hands and my back hate me for it, but it's worth it. And then painting and straps and all the fun little finishes. Like it's just so much fun. But it is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I will absolutely like yes. It's not easy.
Now,
People don't realize.
do you have a favorite project that you've ever worked on in your whole creative career?
Oh man, let's see. That's tough. That's a really tough one. I mean, I have a soft spot for some of the haunts back in Pennsylvania. I actually had one year that I got to manage one called Circle of Screams, who is now run by my very dear friend Lynn Griffin, and he does an amazing job. But it was really fun to be able to create everything from the ground up. That project will always kind of have a little soft spot because it was everything from writing the script to casting to making the costumes and the makeup. And at that time, we were using gelatin prosthetics and stuff, so it was just really, really wild. But it was a great learning experience and confidence booster to try to say, hey, yeah, you know, I can do this. It's not just, you know, one department.
Right.
Now, do you have a creative project that you're just like, never again? I did it one time. I'm done with it. I'm moving on with my life.
What about the
Too much.
Native American show you were telling us about?
Oh my God,
I think we found it.
I can't
We
talk
found it.
about that one yet. Oh, that one, yeah, Tan definitely hit the nail on the head. That one I can't legally discuss yet, but that job was the bane of my existence. I cried. It made me cry, and I'll only say that I had to work with actual animal pelts, and I had to rehydrate them. And
Your
I
little
felt,
eyeballs. Look at
I felt so bad. I'm an animal lover, and I mean, I'm not weirded out or grossed out by like hides and things, but it's the fact that I knew it was alive once, and I'm sitting here like gluing it to stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. So yeah, taxidermy would be a hard pass, or I need to be paid enough, and I need to be doing justice to the said animal because oh my God. Yeah, I forgot about it. See, I put it out of my head.
I'm sorry. Now you're gonna be thinking
No,
about
don't
it.
be. Don't be. It was a part of my history. It's a thing. It happened.
Now,
Jeez.
other than the masks, how involved are you with the costuming side of things?
I'm trying to get more into that now, and that's where I'm excited with some of these Hershey projects. Actually, and the Red Vein one, both of those. Once I'm able to share more, I'm trying to get into suit options as well. So if I make this crazy mask that, like Payne and I said, what is that? Or what am I going to put that with? I have corduroy pants and a burlap vest. Like, how am I dressing this weird ass, you know, head? I want to offer these spandex-based suits with latex pieces attached that I'll sculpt to match or complement. So that way people don't have to wonder how they're going to make a full creature out of my designs. I will offer that. And if you only want to buy the mask, that's still an option too. I want that fully customizable, what's your budget, we'll work with you. What's your monster dream, we'll make it happen kind of mentality. But yeah, suits and hands. I actually have some behind me that I wish I could show you right now.
We'll have to, when all this stuff clears, we'll have to have you back on so you can show
Yes,
all
please,
of us.
because I would love to do show and tell. I'm terrible for. I'm like doing the Italian handhold right now because I.
You let us know. You let us know the moment that can happen, and we will have you back on. I promise.
Absolutely,
And we
it
can
would
do
be my
all the
pleasure.
show until you want to.
And thank you guys for having me tonight too.
Oh, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
So I know you're a busy woman, and you had a lot of things going on and stuff
hmm
like that. But if people were still interested, going into August and
hmm
want their things by September, how feasible is that?
It depends on what, and that's me being completely transparent and honest. If it's a giant custom order, I can't. I'm booked solid right now. If it's a mask, like a lot of people like those stalker masks that I do, and I've customized a ton of those. Okay, I just realized I sounded contradictory. Obviously, what I do is custom job, period. I just can't take on the giant head to toe monsters right now. If it's like up here, I might be able to squeeze you in. I have a few slots left. So keep it to headwear. but uh but yeah, the big stuff is the crunch is real.
Now,
I
for the
feel
people
that.
that are listening, I know it's kind of like crunch time, and I know that you're fully
Mhm.
a customizable shop. But you wouldn't happen to have things just maybe laying around that you would want to try to get rid of, or if somebody was in a pinch and needed
Mhm.
something, like,
I'm actually
do you
glad you
have a
said
few
that.
things?
I do have a few, and right now, guys, my website is more of a contact form gallery, which needs to be updated terribly. I've had a few medical issues that have slowed me down on that end. I've been more like in the shop versus on the computer, so I apologize for that. My website needs updating. The contact form still works, the gallery still works, but there are so many more photos on social media of current things I've done. But I have on my Facebook Brandi Beast page, there is an in stock album that I keep updated regularly that will show everything that I have right now that's available for sale. And if you have questions about prices or little customizations, it's just a message. Like, we'll work with you.
Awesome. Uh, we do. I think Ian's mom wants you to show a mask.
She said the football mask or team mask. Excuse.
Oh, that one. I know what one she means. Yeah. Give me 1 second because I have to turn this thing around. I, la, la,
I'm
la,
glad.
la, la, la,
I'm
la,
glad she
la, la,
knows.
la. I know what one she means. Yeah, this ugly guy's for sale. Oh, I
This
hate
ugly
him
guy.
so much right now. Okay, so I had a client who's a football fan, and that was a job that I don't usually take. So maybe that should have been something else that a job I might never do again. Um, we'll see. He wanted the Chargers, and I don't watch sports, so I was just like, sure. And I'm trying to fix this so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like. He wanted a mask for his kid, his wife, and himself, and he had front row seats. And then he goes and disappears and ghosts me. So these are going to be the masks
Oh,
for
they
the
look like
wife and kid,
sharks.
and they have the opposite. So if you sit next to each other, they're kind of like, hey, we're not exactly the same. And then the big one was this
Oh, that's
guy.
awesome.
He was
I
supposed to be
think it's
wearing that,
cool.
and
So if
I'm
there's
I
now
any
think it's
stuck
Charger
with
fans
it.
out there,
Yeah,
yeah.
come on.
out there looking for some Chargers wear, you got a custom. You'd be the only one.
You would.
You'd
Yeah.
be so cool. You'd be the only one with these
I mean,
pieces
come
that are
on.
absolutely
And
incredible.
mohawks, like,
Um,
come on.
I think it's cool.
Thank you.
apparently Willie
I mean,
May is not a big Charger fan.
I don't know sports, but I think it's cool looking.
Well, if
Willie-
nobody buys it, it's if you do like it, jump on it because I'm gonna get the itch as soon as my other jobs are done to refinish this. So if you like him, please speak up. Otherwise, he's getting a makeover.
You're like, I'm
I'm
tired
just
of
saying,
looking at him.
I'm
I
from
am,
Cleveland,
really am.
and I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. So if you want to redo it, I'm just saying.
I could do that. We can give him some new colors. Rip out his hair and
Better,
put in the right ones.
it's a better team. I don't know, Tane. Do we have any questions out there in the ether world,
Any
the internet?
so as for this is I guess a me question because I've talked to
Yeah,
you
please.
before. Me and you are
Yeah,
decently close.
I love that.
So as far as Hollywood goes,
Mhm.
and haunt wise goes, is there anybody that you've worked with that you really enjoyed like learning from that you want to mention?
That's a really good one. I mean, first one right off the bat would be Howard Berger. I owe so much to that man, just in what I've learned and what he's enabled me to do. He's fantastic, and it's funny because everyone thinks Hollywood people are very surface
Uppity.
level. Yeah,
I was about to
yeah,
say.
it's very superficial. Superficial is a good word. Howard's not superficial. He's very blunt. He's very real. He's like his idol was Stan Winston. Howard is my Stan Winston. I'm going to tell it like it is, but I'm going to encourage the crap out of you at the same time. So that kind of
Right.
honest, real feedback and pushing. Like when I made a mistake, he'd call me out on it. I remember making a matrix mold. Had no idea what I was doing. I understand molds better now than I did then, and I'm just trying to follow these steps. And all of a sudden, the back of it starts blowing out, and I have like, I don't even know how many dollars worth of silicone just going blub, blub, blub out the back, and I'm freaking out. And it turns out I missed a step. I didn't make a gasket, which is really important. So Howard just walks by and goes, "Hey, you got a leak." Which is like, what?
You're like, I know.
Mm-hmm. He actually took a picture. There's a picture on my Instagram where I'm standing on a ladder like this with a bucket. That was that mold. So it's a great photo, but seconds later, it was absolute hell. So yeah, Howard is definitely a person I would want anybody to research or know. And honestly, with haunt stuff too, like, I don't know, just research companies and follow people's work, because like I've been doing this stuff since I was in elementary school, like looking up Midnight Studios effects, or you know what Tom Savini was doing, or like all over the place. And it just gives you such a better understanding if you're constantly consuming this, I'm going to call it media, but like, I don't know. I mean, I'm inspired all the time because there's just so many outlets.
That's fair.
It's funny that you mentioned Tom Savini, because at one point in time I was like, I was young. I was maybe in middle school. I was like, I want to be a special effects makeup artist, before I realized that I lacked any sort of talent whatsoever in anything.
That's not true.
But
You breathe fire, Steve. How is that not talent?
Come on, you're a human dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I didn't go to college. You got to pay the bills somehow, right?
Oh my gosh.
So, but Tom's stuff is such a great, I think, jumping off point for anybody, because if you look at his like early work and stuff like that, I mean, it's child's play compared to what's going on now. But like the basics and the premises of how things are supposed to react and look is there, and it's very kind of, I don't want to say simple to do, but it's very straightforward. It's very practical.
It gives you a foundation.
Right, for sure. And like I said, it's leaps and bounds. And I'm not saying anything about Tom Savini, because he's leaps and bounds from where he was in the 60s. Obviously, I mean, everybody is. But it's really cool, like getting the old Fangalore magazines and stuff from back in the day, and like learning these like backyard like little makeup things. And I know a lot of people that did that, and turned out to be just incredible makeup artists. It's
actually really funny that you say that, because that's exactly what I mean when Tayan was asking like about shout outs for the haunt industry or the Hollywood industry. And I know I kind of took a tangent, but it all kind of relates here. Those old school techniques, those like basic how-tos, I feel like people should actually backtrack and learn a little bit more of that in this day and age, because we are so wowed by, the oh my God, where technology has advanced. It's insane. And I'm not saying not to keep up with it. It's incredible, and it's terrifying all at the same time. But to have that understanding on a more foundational level of how to mix your own gelatin, or how to make stuff out of kit if you don't have a prosthetic, like, it's really useful. And I use that kind of stuff all the time when I'm making my masks and stuff. Like, they're actually skills that have translated into other skills, and it's really not something that should be overlooked. I mean, I'm not saying anybody is. I can't think of anybody who is, but I don't know, don't knock the old stuff. There's still little nuggets of,
and there's
goodness
a ton of haunts out there that just, they don't have pro air. They don't have Mayron. They don't
Right.
have
Right.
all this crazy stuff that is just out there. You know, they're still, you know, making, you know, ketchup and water and like, you
Yes.
know, doing the stuff. But the thing is they've they've got it down to like a science where like these basic concepts, and I mean they're pulling them off night after night after
Oh yeah.
night and just making them look like flawless. And it's and to me, I think that's more fun. I'm more of like a campy horror camp kid, you know, where like the old 80s, like Attack of the Killer Microwaves and stuff like that. Like
Sorry. That's
you know what I
amazing.
mean? Like yeah, those campy horror movies.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm not saying that what they're doing is campy, but it's more, I guess for me it's more nostalgic, like
There's
seeing,
a fondness there. Yeah.
yeah, just seeing the effort, just seeing, you know,
Mhm.
the you know, the passion and stuff that they're putting in there. And yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to knock it or anything, but it is a little
No.
campy, but it's fun. It's so much fun and entertaining, and I mean, it's fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love
It's
it. I love
awesome.
haunts that do over the top, crazy makeup, the masks, and all that other stuff too. But man, there's a place in my heart for these like little farm backyard haunts that are just doing this campy stuff, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's cool. And honestly, we need
Willie
both.
Willie May said he has Ben Nye and mustard.
Oh,
Is Ben
actually,
Nye? I have Ben Nye and mustard. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a
That's
start.
what Willie said.
I
It's
actually
a
had one
start.
too that I remember with it was my first independent film job, maybe my second. But we needed to do this crazy scene that they added. We weren't ready for it. And they said, "Hey, we need this crazy, I'm sorry for what the topic's about to be, but this
I'll say
crazy
what you want.
miscarriage afterbirth type of scene. So pretty graphic. They're like, we need to show the afterbirth. I'm like, oh, okay. And at that point, I have a makeup kit full of like little cream paints and some powder and like a chip brush or something. Like it's
The
not the
normal stuff, not
yeah,
not
it's not the
for
big kit with let's have a blood gag. I have the fire
yeah.
hydrant with me, and no. So I'm sitting here looking at my mom because she's with me. What? So the Tom Savini stuff comes in. I went to the refrigerator and I found grape jelly. And we did this
Yeah.
horrible stuff with like coffee grounds and grape jelly, and it looked disgusting by the time I was done. It was convincing, but it's like sometimes that saves the day. Grape jelly for the
Yeah.
win.
That's true.
All right. So we are about out of time. So, Brandy, where can we find you and Brandy Beast?
Sure. Find me on Instagram at the Brandy Beast. How pretentious. On Facebook, find me again as Brandy Beast, and then I have a website, brandybeast.com. So any of those, hit me up, send me a message. I'm very chatty.
And she's got a couple of things laying around. If you're in a pinch, reach
Yeah.
out.
And if you like
It's
football,
Take him home.
there
Take
you
him
go.
home. He's a sad puppy and he needs love.
Any Charger fans out there, now's your
Yeah.
time. Strike where the
Mhm.
iron's hot. Brandy,
Before
thank
I
you
get
so
the
much
itch.
for being on tonight.
Thank you
I
guys
can't
so
wait
much.
to have you back. I want to do a show
Can't
and
wait
tell
for
show
show
with
and
you.
tell.
Yes. So
Mhm.
seriously, let us know when you can do a show or tell. Let us know, and we'll have you back on, because I know I know Tayan, and everybody out here listening is gonna want to see this stuff. So
I would love that. Thank you guys so much for the time and for having me on. This is really fun.
Thank you for
anytime.
coming
Thank you,
on.
Brandy. Thank you so much.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been informed by the powers to be that before we get into haunt
Yes.
news, we have a
That
really,
there's a
really big
thingy.
announcement. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, I only
Oh
tan.
my gosh.
You guys don't know this, but I only tan from my neck down. That's just I go lay out in the sun, and what I do is I fold my beard up over my face, my hair, and yeah. So
That's
come,
exactly what you look like.
yeah, come to Hong Kong. That's me. That's 180 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal right there, baby. All ready to go for Hong Kong 2024.
I'm
Well,
thinking about making a tiki man to wear to HauntCon. Should I save it for
Oh,
HauntCon?
I don't know. I
Like
mean,
a
you're an
ghillie
American. You can do
suit.
what you want.
I guess
I'm wearing
so.
that.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're wearing that, then I feel like I need to wear a tiki ghillie suit.
Yeah, I'm man, when he told me there was a big announcement, I really thought there was something happening.
That is a big announcement that you're
Yeah.
coming out of your scare actor, you know, you're coming back into your scare actor days, man, and putting on a
Yeah,
show
that's nobody wants to
for
see that.
free. For free.
No, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Hey, guess what? We're gonna go to either Gerard or Willie for Haunt News in a minute, sponsored by Yep, That's Scary.
Hello, ghouls and girls. This is Haunt News in a Minute, powered by Yup. That's scary.
What up, y'all? I'm Gerard with Yep, That's Scary. And with work. What up, y'all? I'm Gerard with Yep, That's Scary with Haunt News in a Minute. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Ghost of Summer takes place this weekend, July 29th through the 30th at Oregon Convention Center in Portland, Oregon. With over 60,000 square feet of spooky fun, the event features 150 plus vendors, live performance, interactive experience, home haunts, panel and presentations, and more. Traveling Vampire Show will host costume contests on both event days. The first prize package, valued at $350, entered by July 28th to take part. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $24 for a single day adult general admission and $40 for a 2-day pass. Breaking news. Stepping into the wonderful, colorful world of DreamWorks Animation in an immersive interaction new land coming to Universal Studios Florida in 2024. Next year, Universal Studios Resorts will debut an all-new themed land featuring DreamWorks Animation beloved animated characters. The new DreamWorks land coming to the Universal Studios Florida is part of the collective of the new entertainment experience debut at Universal Studios Orlando Resort in 2024. American Heartland Theme Park is opening Oklahoma 2026. The resort will feature hotels, restaurants, shop, and a theme park. And a new entertainment development is coming to Northwest Oklahoma. American Heartland Theme Park and Resort will offer visitors experience rivaling the world's top resort destinations. The development will progress in phases, starting with the large-scale RV park with cabins, and the RV park and resort at Three Ponies RV and Campground is set to open in 2025, with the theme park opening in 2026. Hashtag American Heartland Theme Park, hashtag Route 66, hashtag Historic Route 66, hashtag Venti Okla, hashtag Travel OK, hashtag Next Big Adventure, hashtag Theme Park, hashtag American Express, hashtag Family Friendly, hashtag Oklahoma, hashtag Entertainment Development, hashtag Opening 2026, hashtag Mayor Josh Lee, hashtag Visit OKC. Listen, I think he just added all the hashtags because he knows I'm going to sit here and read them. And let me tell you something, don't visit Oklahoma. It is terrible. I've been there before. Maybe the theme park's okay, but I'm not going to deal with that. Fuck Oklahoma. I seen a crackhead walk down the street with a machete in Oklahoma once. Shut up. If you're looking to purchasing high-quality, professional-grade, realistic, detailed prop weapons for your character or film next week, will be that time to grab them. Dark Creations, ATX, and Forbidden Props will be having a huge sale online for the next week. All of their screen-ready movie prop style weapons from Monday, July 24th through Monday, July 31st will be offering significant discount on dozens of the realistic props such as Bloody Clown, Multi-Spiked, etc. Varieties of the popular axes, Sledgehammer, Fireman, and Double Bit Axe, along the butcher knives, cleaver, hatchet, machetes, and so much more. And yes, a few of our bloody spine and extra gore flesh, teeth, hair, and etc. will also be available to purchase and rated section. All discounts, as always, free shipping is included. Latex Magic. Elevate your skills with Eloise Makeup Team, hosted by Chelsea Jacquees. Who the fuck's last name is Jacquees? Chelsea Jacks? Can I say Chelsea Jacks? Jacks? Is that it? Latex Magic, elevate your makeup skills with Eloise Makeup Team hosted by Chelsea. Sunday, August 6th, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. This man was a true character for what we all should be, a kind individual. I can remember working with him at Miller's Thrillers, and for some reason, this man knew me without we were buddies, and I always cherished that. He's a cool dude, he's a funny guy, charismatic, and cared about everybody, and cared about his craft, and cared about the haunt, no matter where he was working. He's going to be missed. I know he's missed all throughout Tennessee. I know he's missed all throughout the haunt industry. Thank you, Lorenzo, for being who you are.
If you like what you have just heard, stalk us now on all our social channels.
Thank you, Gerard, for that haunt update. I feel like Gerard has many strokes halfway through his readings. He struggles with words. I know words are hard, Gerard. It's okay. Keep practicing. You'll get better. I promise. I love Gerard. He's a great guy.
I laugh when I watch them. They're hilarious.
I had something I wanted to say, and now I can't remember what I wanted to say.
Why did
was
you
it?
forget about it?
That's what I do. I do it sometimes.
Oh, Molly's here now.
Oh, Molly's back on. Molly
Yeah.
Payan is going to be 18 in 9 days, and she really needs that ride on the slingshot. So we got to make that happen. We can't wait till HauntCon. Got to make that happen. Oh, there it is. Chat coming through. Oh, good old Dad. Dad to the rescue. That's right. I'm gonna remind me. I'm gonna buy that man a beer next time I see him. I'll probably see him at HauntCon. I'm gonna buy him a beer for rescuing his daughter. He's a good man, right?
Oh my lord!
I knew what I was gonna say. Hashtag HauntCon is tonight's giveaway. So if you want to enter yourself in to win tonight's giveaway, it is hashtag HauntCon. Ooh, I had a Jared moment there. Hashtag HauntCon. And you're going to get yourself 2 free tickets to HauntCon 2024 in Daytona Beach, Florida. So going to be a haunt vacation. We're going to have some great
show
things.
by Steve.
People keep saying that, and I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Okay, but let's say that you know how they told. I'm going to ignore
Chris
him.
is doing.
I'm ignoring him.
I
You
don't
know how
what he's doing.
they told you you're not allowed to party at the next one, like at the next, I guess, what was it, haunt tour?
Yeah, I'm not
or
allowed
at
to
the
have
next
fun.
party?
I'm
Okay,
not
but
allowed
if
to
you
have
have
fun.
fun, let's say that they say you're allowed to have fun if you do the show.
Oh, I'm doing the show.
Exactly.
There's no question about that. I'm doing the show for sure.
Hashtag
sure.
Hula Steve.
It's not a hula. It's not a hula thing. Yes, James must run does rule.
Hashtag Tiki Steve.
See, look, James knows what's going on. All right. Come on. Bus 1. You don't understand how lit Bus 1 was.
My mom did it.
Yeah, your mom would. I see you, Crystal. Relax. Your husband's on here. Chill out. You have no idea how cool Bus 1 was. Bus 1 was amazing.
I was asleep.
We had this group from
bed.
Andover, New York that just like showed up and was like brewing alcohol in the back, and it was amazing. We had such a great time.
See, if I hear a comment of brewing beer in the back of a bus, I don't think about alcohol. I think I'm just saying.
There was problems. All right, I'm just gonna say.
I hear brewing anything in the back of a bus. It's
fine. So you stop. You're not 18 yet. You stop it. You don't think that way.
God.
You're just a little girl. You don't think about things like that.
I wasn't saying anything dirty. I was saying brewing by farts, and farts are funny.
Okay, we'll go with farts then if you want to go with farts. Moving right along, hashtag HauntCon to get yourself entered in to win 2 tickets to HauntCon 2024. And from my understanding, there will be a bus tour for that too. So stay tuned.
I hope so.
we are going to bring on another lady of the spooky nights. I'm really excited to talk to her. We're going to bring on Jessie Long from 13 Stories Haunted House.
I think you might be
You're muted.
muted.
You're muted. Now you're unmuted. Can't hear
Nope.
you. No, we can read your lips though.
Is it your headset?
Maybe just yell louder. I don't know if that's
If that'll help.
No, do you know
Nope.
sign language? No, it
Oh,
just
well.
nothing. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
All right. Okay. That's fine. Hold on 1 second. All right. Quick little redo. That didn't happen. We're gonna rewind this. See how I did that? That's movie magic for you folks out there. You don't even know what happened.
Ooh.
That's just clever editing. So
My dad
HauntCon
said, I'm sure it's
2024.
Dad said it's my fault that her microphone's not working.
More than likely. Oh, there you go. Stay tuned next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the owners of Erebus and Eloise Haunted Houses. We're gonna try to feature more haunt owners going into the haunt season because we are getting crazy close, which all of you know that. So if any haunt owners are out there, or if you're listening and know a haunt owner, we would love to have them on the show. We good? Just give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Because I can see you're ready. All right. Well, let's
I
try
read
this
the
again.
thing.
Jessie Long from 13.
Can you hear me now?
We got
Yes.
you.
Yay! I had
All
to get my
right.
fiance to come fix it. This is his headset. And I was like, I broke it. Please come help.
Nice.
Sorry.
Fantastic. That's a first. I don't think it's ever happened on the show yet. So congratulations.
Yeah, I'm really good at stuff like that. Like super good. That's what I tell
Right.
everybody is I'll mess it up, but I'm only gonna mess it up one time. I'm gonna do better next time. I'm gonna mess something new up. Yeah.
That's like the haunter's credo right there, I think.
Yeah.
I think every haunter just like lives by that.
We break everything.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So you're from 13 Stories.
Yes.
I believe, if my memory serves me correct, you're about a half hour south of Atlanta,
Mhm.
give or take.
Yep.
Am I close? Am I ballparking it at least?
Yep, about half an hour on the dot. Within,
Oh,
you got
nailed
Atlanta
it.
traffic. So as long as you
Yeah.
don't have no traffic, yeah, you nailed it.
So tell us about 13 Stories.
So I've been with the haunt since very, very beginning of 2015. I went from just a regular scare actor in 2015 as a zombie to, let's see, 2016-ish, 2017, I moved into the costume manager role. It's been my favorite thing ever. I still miss doing the costumes. I still run in there all the time. Like, let me dress them. Excuse me. Pardon me. Thank you. All the time. And from there in 2018, I moved up to the management team, and now I am our primary actor manager.
Nice.
So I keep up with all of
our aspiring haunters out there that are maybe just starting out or just been an actor for a couple of years and they're really looking to kind of break into the next level of their haunting adventure. What kind of advice and tips will you give them? Because you kind of came from the bottom and worked your way up on your own. How did you accomplish that?
I definitely started from the bottom. I went in there knowing one person. And then, as we all know, you move into your home haunt and you become a family. It's not even like that anymore. You get in there, you love everybody loves you. So my advice from there would just be to not give up, because I've seen so many actors come in and they will be like, I'll give you a really good example. They'll go to do an audition, even though they're a veteran actor, and they'll bomb it. They'll just freeze. They won't do anything in front of me. And we have to go back behind the scenes, talk them through it. So my best advice would probably be just to keep going. That's what I tell people all the time. They want to build their own characters, is never stop. Keep improving, keep adding. It can always get better, and just work at it.
Now, I know a lot of, I mean, I've traveled around to I don't know how many haunts, and I've talked to I don't know thousands of actors and stuff, and you get a lot of the same questions, and one of them is a lot of actors kind of feel stagnant, especially a lot of actors in bigger attractions. Um,
Hmm.
where there's a lot of actors and a lot of management, and they kind of feel like they're kind of just stuck where they're at. And I've always given the worst possible advice to them, because I don't have an answer for them. But you're somebody that might be able to help 'em. So how would you help somebody that just kind of feels like they're spinning the wheels as a character, or maybe in their scene, and maybe they want to show a little bit more responsibility. Maybe they want to show that they deserve a better spot. Maybe they deserve a better character. How would you show? How would you want them to show you that?
So from based on my personal experience, how I'd want them to show me is I just like will go in and like I said, when they see I get in front of them, they'll stop, they'll freeze, they'll be like, "Oh, she's not a group. Wait a minute. I can't do it." But how I want them to show me is I just try to tell them and try to push them to find their voice. When they get stagnant, I like to take them and go, "Hey, let's move from this scene. Let's try this scene." If they built their own character and it's not just a, "Hey, I'm putting you in this scene. This is what you do in this scene," versus a, "Hey, bring me something original. Work it out, get it together, think it all up on your own. We'll help you with the costume. I can help you." I like to sit down with my actors off to the side and go through like appropriate wording, verbiage, and honestly, improv. We do a whole lot of improv training, and I know that they're ready to move up when that can. From I'm gonna give you a really good example, and I hope she's not watching because she will kill me. But we had an actor last year that she just couldn't. She wanted to, so we put her behind one of our actor-matronics, let her push it for a few days, and I happened to walk by her one day, and I heard her yell out something, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what?" So I kept, like, behind the scenes, kept close to her, and the next day, I was like, come here, we're gonna try this." I was like, "It's gonna terrify you, and you're not gonna like it, but Imma put you right here in this scene, I think you'll be fantastic." And I left her with it for a couple hours. I walked back in about 2 hours later, and she was just belting it. She just found a voice. So that is one of those actors exactly that went from she was stagnant, she didn't think she can do it, to just and sometimes all they need is a little bit of help, motivation. They want to feel like you actually see them before you see them, if that makes sense.
I'm glad you mentioned the improv thing. Actually, two things that you mentioned. The one was when you walk by and you're like, oh, they're not a group. My first cast manager I ever had, she used to have this thing called the always on effect. She was
Yes,
just
we have
like,
that too. We're
she,
supposed to at least.
she's like, when the lights go off, your light switch goes on. You got to be always on. And my first year there, I actually won the award, and it was a golden light switch that said always on. And I took that with me like everywhere I went from my travels on. And I got to the point where I didn't even want to take breaks anymore, because I was just like, I'm not Steve anymore. Like this is what I'm doing, and this is what I want to be doing. And I mean it about I don't recommend it 'cause it about killed me. Like my knees hurt, like
Mhm.
everything, like it's hard work. But yeah, you bring up a good point of just, if you're in your scene, it doesn't matter who's coming by. Like you gotta nail it every single time. It's really good advice. And then the other
Yes.
thing you mentioned is improv. I cannot,
It's so
you know,
important.
with being as many years as I was a queue line actor, people always would ask me that, like, "Oh, how do I get in the queue line? How do I travel? How do I do that?" And it's like, it's not when people come into your room, you get 10 to 15 seconds with them and they leave, and then you
Mhm.
get to reset. When you're out there in the line, you gotta have a good 4, 5, 6 hours of banter, because you
Mhm.
can't just be doing the same thing
Mm-mm.
over and over and over
Mm-mm.
again, and it doesn't stop.
And then be able to
Nonstop
answer
all night.
stupid questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, the
in character.
reaction is always we have one of those too. I have to be like, "I know you didn't just say that." Like,
So
you can get us all fired.
how do you train improv at 13 Stories?
So, it really depends on, like, what scene they're going in and what we're looking for, but we give them just a baseline script to begin with, and I tell them, obviously, as long as it's not vulgar, It's nothing religious, nothing that would be just automatic offensive to, you don't know these people coming through your haunt. You don't know your customers. So just as long as it's not any kind of offensive, I try to give them a little breathaway. And there has been several times where I've hidden little holes and been like, hey, try this. Try this instead. It's gonna be fine. And they're just like, oh, okay. But I also like to we have about 4 actors at this moment that are just no matter what we do, they just fire it off back to back. They always have a comeback. And I like to sit those actors that are a little shy on the improv side down with the veteran actors. And I'll let them shadow them and see how they do it. And to me, letting them shadow them and actually see them in action is easier and teaches them more than if I just sit with you in a room, we're auditioning or we're talking, you actually seeing it happen and seeing how customers react. And then I have to get a lot of the actors to realize too that the reason I don't like just to keep it to a script, like go off the script, but make it your own, is because, say for example, a customer came in one weekend and come back the next weekend. They don't want the same exact show. They want something a little bit different. So
Yeah,
I
and
try to, yeah,
that's really important
it's
because
super important.
it's not even just for you, like your show specifically. I mean, that's like an industry standard because
Hmm.
we all know. I mean, we're up to like 8 weeks of haunt season now because we're opening earlier and we're staying open
Hmm.
later now throughout. There's enough meat on the bone for customers to go to all these different haunts in the area. And if they just have one awful experience in one attraction, they're not going to go to any other ones.
Right.
And it's
Mm-mm.
and it's very important that I mean, you hit it perfectly. Like your actors got to just bring it. They got to bring a show, and they
Yes.
got to they got to have fun too. It's a tough job, but like you got to have a little bit of thick skin, but you got to have fun doing it.
What I like to tell my actors a lot is I was like, literally, you want the very first group of customers that walk in, you want to give that very last group the same show you gave that first group. And you're going to be tired. You're going to feel like you're dying some days. And we run waters and everything throughout the night. They have areas in their scenes for snacks and stuff like that. But I was like, the energy has to stay up. You have to keep going. And it's
Yeah,
hard for a lot of them, but most of them
yeah,
do.
it impresses me to see as many skinny people with a diet of pizza and Monster energy drinks religiously during haunt
I don't want to
season.
talk about it.
It's so bad, but they're
Why are
just
you in the makeup room this time? Oh, you're dying again? Here, drink this water and put the monster back. Every day.
yeah.
Every day. And
Yeah, it's like
we do concessions in our gift shop, and I really thought about asking our gift shop lady if she can just take monsters off of it.
yeah, it's
Like,
like
no
an
more.
epidemic.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I get it. I mean, I've fell victim of it too. I would be like I'd drive 6
Me too.
hours somewhere
Me too.
or get off a plane and then, now you got to do a show and it's just crazy. It's crazy. I've recently, even though doing the trade show stuff now seems to be worse. Taya knows, like I'm running ragged for days on end, like with
Yeah.
no sleep, no nothing, and I stay away from the energy drinks. I don't know how I do it now as an adult with less energy, but I don't know. I I've replaced it with alcohol and some water. So
I really don't want to talk about it.
it's just like you kind of graduate into a
No,
new
I have an
spectrum of living.
unhealthy obsession with the coffee monsters. The other ones, I don't drink them anymore, but the coffee ones, yeah.
Yeah. So you just trade one addiction in for another, I think, as you get older.
Hmm. You find what works
So
for your body in that moment. It's like, let's just keep pushing. Everything's fine.
So your haunt, 13 stories. Tell us specifically about the haunt. Like what can people, if people want to go check it out, what can they expect? What do they see? What's the story behind it?
So many people actually come to us and they're like, "You're like the 13 stories up this way, right?" And we're like, "No, no, we're not. That that is way somewhere else." But so we have actual 13 storylines, and we have this year we will have 3 separate attractions. So in the main one, it's called 13 stories because every room tells another story. So as you go through one room and transition into another one, it's a whole different scene. It's a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different everything. And then once you enter out of the big attraction, we have our clown house, which obviously is pretty clowny. It's one of my favorites. Don't tell the others. And then our zombies, which we the last couple of years we've partnered with Renfest, Georgia Renfest, and we have a haunt down there called The Village, and it'll open around the same time our haunt does in Noonan, and it's in Fairburn about, well, if you're from Atlanta, about 15 minutes. So it's a little bit closer. But our zombies had been down there with all of our laser tag equipment last year, and they're coming back home to Noonan this year. So we also have our zombie apocalypse. It's like interactive laser tag.
Now, how many actors do you have on average throughout the season?
So they told me this year, like, let's get started a little early. And I'm like, why? All the actors not going to come till October. That's just how it works. They'll be like, hey, I want to act. Well, where were you 3 weeks ago? We didn't have anybody. But on average, about 40, 50.
Nice. See, Tan, I want to go now. Like, I want to go to 13th Story.
You should come see
I
me.
want to go, but I'm in Florida, so it's a little easier for me to get there.
That's all right. I'll
Yeah,
just
you're
call
very
Doug
far.
and we'll get him to get us plane tickets, and we'll go and we'll do our first haunt attraction showcase.
I say
Our
let's
13th
do it.
Stories.
We will take
I
you.
want to do it. I mean, you'll hook us up, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, okay. I had to ask. I was just curious.
Yes.
No, I want to go.
So
I want to. I don't know.
I'm
I've
in.
heard of 13 Stories before. I've never been there, but yeah, I kind of want to go.
You should
It
come.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, you should come.
I have a question before Steve gets in his next question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know that I'm doing the one day haunt, but I'm doing it with actual theater actors. So and
Mhm.
they're wanting the full experience. So I have to give them auditions. So do you all do
We're
auditions?
doing
And if
that.
so,
Yeah.
how does one do that? And what would you suggest for that?
So for someone who's never, because with your theater, I bet none of them have any skills with scare acting.
No.
So we actually just did our first set of auditions last Saturday. We have another one on Sunday.
Mhm.
And I brought our veterans in on Saturday because I'm like, y'all have already been here. You know the thing. Let me see what you got. We'll audition for the scenes y'all want to stay in because you know what you want to do. With the new actors, though, I have a list printed out. It explains pretty much all of our scenes, what the characters in there do, kind of a just base script line. And I post it to them a little bit early, let them look it over. And then I always suggest, because I want my actors to have fun. If you're in a scene you necessarily just hate, you're not going to have fun doing it. You're not going to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy
Right.
it, you don't give a good show. You don't do a good performance. So when it comes to the new actors, so I give them that sheet early, let them come in, sit down. We'll talk about whatever questions they may have from their scenes, this, that, and the other. And I ask them to do pick 2 scenes from this list, audition for them. And then obviously the one big thing, like I said, they get nervous. They get more nervous in front of the management team than they ever do any customer that comes through there. I have seen one of our actors literally act right in front of me in front of this customer. She turned around and say something to me and just froze, just frozen. So it's hard for them. And a lot of the times I have to physically, if they're new, they don't know what it looks like. I end up taking them back to the scene and showing it around, showing, like, hey, I've shown you what you can do, what you can say. Now you can see the area. And it helps. It's a lot easier when you're in like makeup and costume and your character, then you're having a good time versus just standing
Right.
there like, I'm just me and I don't know what to do. But it
Right.
happens. Sometimes I have to be like, hey, well, and if they struggle past that, I'll be like, okay, give me 10. You go sit in the queue. Think about it. Bring you back in. Because I'm like, it's a haunted house. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're terrible. You can't do this. It's going to be like, hey, we're going to go fix it. We're going to try again. And
Right.
sometimes they just, if they want it that bad and then they really, really just can't get it together, I'll bump them down to an easier scene to start them out. And it helps a lot sometimes. Or I will put them in I know you said you had a 1 day, it's small, right? You know
Yeah,
how many scenes you're going to have?
At the moment 5, but it's more of a scare zone than it is a haunted house, like a big scare zone.
Okay.
So I have like
Oh.
main characters and stuff like that.
But see,
And
like our clown
roamers.
house. Yeah, our clown
Mhm.
house. We have 7 possible scenes in there, but a lot of times we don't have 7 clowns. We have a couple that will run.
Mhm.
And those new actors that are really scared and they need a little bit of extra push, I put them in a scene that has other actors in it. That way they're
Okay.
not alone. They can see them based off of that, and then they're either going to branch or they're not. Like, you can help them all that you want, but sometimes they're like, "No, I wanna be in there with." I've had several be like, "Can I go with somebody else? I can't be in this room by myself."
That's
That
fair.
seems to help them a whole lot.
Do you have any questions,
Hey,
Steve? Because if not, I'll ask another.
I know. I do. Because we're
Okay.
running low on time. So I have one more question.
Okay.
Jesse, where
Yes.
can we find you in 13 Stories Haunted House out there on the interwebs?
So, me personally, I have access to all of our socials. So it's like, say you get on Facebook and you shoot 13 stories a message, I'll see it.
Oh, wait. Hold on. We got a question.
I seen that. So you're telling me if we message you on social media for tickets, me and Steve are coming out?
Yeah, I heard you. Hey, you got my whole name and my face right here. You know what I look like. Find me personally on Facebook. I have a personal Facebook too. Just don't
Heard.
show this to Alan. Everything's fine.
So James wants to
Um,
know is how do you deal with trouble actors?
So it depends on what type of trouble they are causing, because there are some, obviously, like that's what I tell everybody. We're here to have a good time, but there shouldn't, like, you're here to have a really good time with some friends. Like, you leave here as a family, there's no reason for your drama. So if it's small things like that and they just, example, actors can't get along, I normally end up completely separating them. If that don't work, I have no choice but to send them home. But we have had several actors that have become like 100% liabilities to us, to where they're causing us more danger. Like, they'd be amazing actors, but the danger behind it's just like, it wasn't worth it. So when it comes to, we have what we call rules violations. If you violate it, then you normally end up helping us with something we need. Per se, it's like, hey, we need to, carry drinks in. We need to take the trash out. Just small little things you can kind of work off your violation depending on what you violated. We do have a sheet written down. And it's pretty much like leaving your scene, for example, stuff like that. We do rules violations for those, but if they are a real trouble actor, and like, obviously we have cameras in the haunt, but we can't see everything. But if you're making, like, for example, making guests feel unwelcome or unsafe or anything of that nature while you're in your scene, that's not good for any of the haunt industry. And it's one of those things that's like, even if you went to another haunt, they're not going to sit there and take that either, because we're here to put on a show. We're here to have a good time. And I want you to have a good time, but I can't do that if you are causing trouble within the haunt. So there has been several actors that I have asked to leave, but I do try to give them at least 1 second chance, depending on what they did.
That's fair.
Well, Jesse, I think we're gonna try to take you up on that offer, even though I offered.
I'm ready.
It, and then
I'm ready.
We're kind
I'm
of forced
excited.
it
Y'all
in
come on.
there. Yeah, I want to go because we've been talking about for a little bit. I know between Tan and I and Doug and Chris and stuff about doing live at attractions, or not
Mhm.
necessarily going live, but filming things for our live show and featuring haunted houses and stuff like this. And I want to go. You've rejuvenated my want to do
Mhm.
that. So,
We're waiting. If you don't come and be really sad.
I'm a
ooh,
scaredy cat, so it'll be a really good
I'll
video.
hold your hand. And by that, I mean, I'll make someone else hold your hand, because if they see me, like I said, it's always that, yay, I'm going. And then they're like, oh gosh, she's with a group. Keep going.
see, the
happens.
problem
I
is,
know exactly
is
what you're talking about.
I don't want to
Yeah.
catch the bug again though, and just get like roped into acting again, because I totally will.
I mean, hear me out. Just hear it
Oh,
out.
gee,
You
here we go.
you can say no, but I tend to be a little bit persuasive sometimes. Ask all my haunt babies. Yeah. So if you fly all the way out there just to come to this show, you have nothing better to do for the rest of the night but jump in.
See, I was just
I
about
mean,
to say, I've seen videos where like photographers and stuff like that, the first part of the night they'll walk through, and then the rest of the part of the night they'll be like, "Oh, well, I'm going to get in costume and go walk
Mhm.
around."
Yeah.
but if you look, I hung up Phoenix. Like, Phoenix is on the wall. I hung him
You
up.
can take him down. Take him
Hung him
down.
up.
Bring him out.
I still have all my fire stuff though.
Come out of retirement. Hey,
Yeah.
we
My
got
knees-
we got a
knees hurt.
really big courtyard. You can bring your fire. Crowd pleaser it is. Got you.
I don't do
Ah.
fire, but
Mhm.
I have noisy stuff, so
I like noisy stuff. That's all I'm
I was about to
saying.
say,
You're
Well-
gonna come all the way down
noisy.
here. You might as well jump in. I will
We'll
leave space for you.
see. We'll see. Maybe. I do want to come out there though. But Jesse, we are out of time. We're actually way past time. So
Yeah.
thank you. That's all right. It
It'd
happens.
be like
Thank you
that
for
when you're
coming
talking
on.
about stuff that's exciting.
Yeah, but hey, thank you for coming on the show tonight. It was really fun talking
Thank
to you.
you
It was
for
really fun
having
meeting
us.
you and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Tane and I are gonna figure this out. We're gonna show up to we're gonna let you know and we're gonna show up to Atlanta. And
Yes.
we're gonna go through 13 stories, I think we should.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
You
awesome.
definitely should. Yeah. I'm gonna
And
be
then
waiting
you
on
gotta
you.
get and then you gotta do us a favor and go tell everybody about HauntCon down there in Daytona Beach, which is not too far for you. Tell everybody about Fear Expo. That's up in Kentucky. That's a little bit further away. But go tell everybody at the haunt to go to it.
It's just a little drive.
Yeah, it's fun. You guys come up to the haunt. We'll hang out. I throw mean parties. Tane doesn't know because I have to work, but I gotta set up my booth. Ooh, I gotta count my money. She's like
gotta go to
Scrooge
bed.
McDuck. She's over there like flicking coins and diving into her pool of coins. and stuff
Right,
like that.
sure. Sure.
But no, look forward to meeting you in person. Look forward to seeing you again, and
Yes.
would love to have you on the show again. So
Yeah. Anytime you want me, let me know. I got plenty more stuff I can talk about. I'll make
Awesome.
sure my mic is not apparently there's a mute button right here on the side. I didn't know that.
well,
So I
now
went
you
and ran
do.
and got him and I was like, please help, they can't hear me. And he come in and he went. There you go. And I was like,
Well, shout out to the fiance. Thanks for saving the day, and thank you,
Yes,
Jesse,
yes.
for being on the show. I appreciate you.
thank you for having me.
I'm trying to plug up my laptop so it don't die.
Oh, we're almost done. I promise.
I know it. My
Get your
laptop's,
hashtags in, guys. Hashtag HauntCon to win 2 tickets to HauntCon 2024 down at Daytona Beach, Florida. We're gonna have ourselves a haunt vacation. Tonight's the night. Here in a little bit, we're gonna show you our webpage went live, and we're gonna kind of walk through it real quick with you guys. But if you want to go, hashtag HauntCon for your chance to win 2 tickets to HauntCon. Willie, you can't do it because I'm pretty sure you're already going. So don't do it, Willie. Speaking
Yo,
of
what's
Willie,
up, everyone? This is your boy Willie May, and this is Marketing Tips, Tricks, and Treats. Excuse me for dancing, but I'm excited and I'm celebrating me because I'm awesome, and also other projects that I'm getting, and just the awesome blessings that I have. This cool exercise, you should do it whenever you want. Celebrate you, encourage yourself, and great things will come your way. Psych, I'm back. On today's episode, I got a couple of creators that's going to school you on how to keep your Instagram Reels relevant. So here's my girl, Danye Taylor, talking to you about being comfortable on camera. Let's go.
If you're somebody who's scared to speak to the camera like this, it's probably because either A, you're not comfortable with how you look or how you sound, or B, you don't know what to say. So if you're struggling with one of those issues, or maybe both, then you definitely want to keep watching. I do public speaking for a living, and I still have to use scripts. So if you're not sure what to say, don't think that you're bad at speaking to the camera. No, people have to rehearse, and you're no different. Writing down what it is that you're going to say beforehand and practicing it and watching yourself over and over makes you feel more comfortable with not only how you look, but also how you sound as well. Another tip that I would suggest if you're scared to speak on the camera is to start posting videos of yourself on Instagram stories. Instagram stories are only there for 24 hours, so you don't have the pressure thinking about, oh my goodness, this video is going to be up there forever for everybody to see. There's a lot more privacy, a lot more comfortability in stories, so start there. Once you post on your
Yeah, I'm still dancing. Now here's my boy, Theo would say, out here giving you 3 tips to keep your reels on fleek.
Here's 3 tips to make better reels. And I'm gonna show you by breaking down one of my most engaging videos. So tip number 1 is you need a good hook. So obviously your hook is what's gonna grab your viewer's attention. So I usually try to put my hook within the first 5 seconds of the video. For example, in this video, I'm pulling up to a parking spot and boom, he takes my spot. Now I'm mad. That's the hook. Quick, easy, and simple. So tip number 2 is focus on your video quality. Your camera, your lighting, your audio, and editing are the 4 main factors that play into the quality of a video. Now I hear a lot of people say that they need to get a really good camera before they can start making content. So this entire video was shot on iPhone. As you can see, all of these scenes are very well lit. The edits are very clean. As long as you have a decent camera and good lighting, you'll be okay. Tip number 3, make sure your video is engaging. You cannot let your audience get bored. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we already went over the hook. He takes my parking spot. Now I'm mad. Boom, scene 1. So now I follow him into the store. I'm stalking him. Still stalking him, but just a little bit more creative this time. Then we have our first interaction. He's kind of confused, but he brushes it off. So then we have our second interaction. Now he's like, what's this dude's problem? Now the third time he's cautious, but he goes for it anyway. Then boom, now he's mad. He goes to find a manager and boom, plot twist. End of video. Now every single scene in that video was engaging. I didn't even give the audience a chance to get bored. Now with that being said, thanks for watching and follow for more tips.
Yo, what are you doing? Keep on dancing. Don't let no haters rain on your parade. It's gonna be a good day.
Hold on, I'm reading the thing. Okay. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to do the giveaway? That's gonna be my lock screen photo, by the way, on my phone. Do we
Love
want to
that.
do the giveaway, or do we want to go over the page, the web page, the website?
Let's go over the website. That way people can get in the last bit of hashtags.
Okay, so get your last bit of hashtags in, hashtag HauntCon to get yourself entered to win. And yeah, so the HauntCon webpage is live. So whether you want to be a vendor or an attendee, all your information that you need is right here. So for instance, if I want information on the hotel that this is going to be at, I would just click on hotel. And there it is. There's the Hilton. There's the room rates. I'm almost positive, don't quote me, but I'm almost positive we have blocked out hotel rooms. So these rates, when you get on the website, are going to be better than what you're going to get through either the hotel or through like Expedia or something like that. If I wanted to know what kind of events were going on while I was at HauntCon, I would just click on events and it's all going to be there. And this is going to be updated throughout. There's going to be a bunch of different things that we're going to be doing throughout the weekend, and we may add some things from now until then. Who knows? I may throw in a couple of my legendary parties. You never
And a
know.
show. And a hula.
Maybe a
Hashtag
show.
hula Steve.
Here's the thing.
Hashtag
This
hula
isn't.
Steve.
This is a Daytona Beach party that I would be throwing. So it would get pretty
Mom,
crazy.
My mom
We may have.
asked, so we can't camp on the beach?
I mean, I don't own the beach, so you don't. I'm not the authority to ask for that.
That's true.
not up to me. So if you want to be an instructor, there's an application that you could fill out, and you could teach a class. If you know something we don't, or if you know something that we all need a refresher on, let us know. We want to get you in there. We want you to teach a class. What else? If you want to just attend, if you just want to attend the show, be a guest, there's a map of the showroom floor. And as more vendors and stuff come on, we will update the map. But yeah, I mean, it's so we're gonna have a little mini trade show down there. We're gonna have a little. It's gonna be relaxed. This is gonna be more of like an MHC style type of thing, or for all of you who have been to HauntCon before, we're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some parties. We're gonna have some beach time. We're gonna have some pool time. It's gonna be nice. How
Are you
is
forcing me to go to the parties? Now that I'm
Yeah.
18, do I have to go?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to party with us. People, eventually we're probably gonna have to do segments at them. Like you and I are kind of locked into this thing now, so like we're probably
It's
gonna have to
true.
go and do a segment on the showroom floor, and then we're probably gonna have to do a segment on the bus tour. And we're probably gonna have to do a segment on the beach. We're probably gonna have to do a segment by the pool. We're probably gonna have to do a segment at the party.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna be sick of each other after 2 days. We're gonna be like, oh, this person. Here we go.
Great, I have to see you again.
So we also have new to 2024 at $3,000 in haunt cash. Yeah, so we're gonna be giving away some haunt cash that you can spend on the trade show floor. So all that information is there and ready to go. Again, how is the weather in February in Florida? How is it?
Normally, I'm gonna be honest, it's just like every other day in Florida. There might be the occasional sometimes winter sprouts up out of nowhere, but literally winter is like 3 days where it's hoodie weather for Floridians, so it's like the low is 70.
Yeah, because like I'm from Cleveland. I live in Cleveland. When winter hits, it's 6 feet of snow and -20 for like
Yeah,
6 months.
no. Like if winter hits here during that week, I'll be wearing a hoodie all week. Mom might be wearing a hoodie. Um, but it's gonna be like 70 degrees.
Yeah, we still we shovel our driveways in like jeans and a t-shirt. So
Yeah, I'm good. We moved away from that for a reason.
all right, are we ready for the giveaway? It's getting late.
So let's find out who
Hashtag
wins.
HauntCon for your 2 free tickets to HauntCon in Daytona Beach. It's gonna be a
Please tell
I'm
me
gonna be
there's going
there.
to be HauntCon shirts.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be HauntCon shirts.
Good.
I don't know this to be a fact, but considering the Halloween t-shirt company is sponsoring HauntCon, I'm assuming they're gonna be making our shirts like they did for Fear
Well,
Expo. So
that would be really cool.
So shout out to Halloween T-shirt company. Go over there and start buying up their T-shirts because they got a lot of cool T-shirts. They got a lot of fun stuff. So I'm informed that there's only 6 entries into the HauntCon thing, to the thing tonight. So I'm gonna give you guys like 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Hashtag HauntCon. Get in there real quick. Make sure you got yours in there. Yeah, because HauntCon, I'm gonna be there. Tane's gonna be there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be a good time. So I can't make Keith. You can make it to Florida. Anybody can make it to Florida. It's Florida. It's
And
the
if you can't
nation's.
make it, this would be a great birthday present, Christmas present.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
here, just Keith. You know what? This is a great time to throw up your hashtag, and maybe you can win tickets to go to Florida. Just saying.
Period.
Just saying. I mean, you got to get yourself there, but we'll get you into HauntCon. So, all right, are we ready? Roll it. Let's roll it.
I guess so.
I swear to God, if Willie wins.
If Willie wins.
Willie's going.
There we go.
James, there we go. That makes me happy. James, guess what? You're going to Hong Kong, my friend. You and a guest. You're going to be going down there to Daytona Beach, February 9th through the 11th. And you get to hang out with all of us and all of your haunt friends and have yourself a little haunted vacation down in sunny Florida. So I hope that's exciting for you as it is for us. Let's see here. Got this little thing.
He's on here. He put smiley emojis.
Here. So James, reach out, send an email to fearexpo.com just go over there and hit contact us. We know Chris is on the show tonight. He's the one who gets all that stuff, and he'll be waiting for your information so we can sign you up for your free tickets to HauntCon. That's exciting. Tune in next week for Erebus and Eloise. That's going to be a fun one. That's going to be a fun one. I don't know if you guys know this, but Erebus is ginormous. Like, it is massive. This haunted house is it's great. It's like it's great. It's huge. It's huge. So well put together, so well managed. It's a great place. I haven't been to Eloise yet, but I've heard great things about that.
I've
Anyways,
bought stuff by Eloise. That's exciting. My stuff is there.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
So you'll probably have more questions than I will. Where's my stuff at? Who's using my things? Who's touching my stuff? So, Fear Expo Live podcast is everywhere, guys. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, of course, and it's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple. It's all over the place. If it streams music, it's on there. Just type in Fear Expo Live and you will find us. You can listen to the whole show. You can listen to segments. And of course, on YouTube, Fear Expo Live, if you missed a segment and you just want to catch up, Chris is doing a great job of getting these edited down to the segments so you guys can just see what you want instead of just me and Tay and babbling around about nothing. Skip all that stuff and get to the meat of it to talk to our great vendors and our great haunted attractions that are out there. And as always, this show is powered by HauntCon and Fear Expo. HauntCon, February 9th through the 11th. Apparently that's me, and that's going to be a thing for a while, so get used to saying that. And, of course, Fear Expo in April. It's April. What are the dates in April? I forgot. I had to remember new dates today.
9th through the 12th.
No, that can't be right.
I don't know.
Where's the bring up the Fear Expo graphic? He's looking for it. He can't find it.
I might find it before him. Somebody commented the dates.
Shout out to Scython for sponsoring the show. They were on last week, so if you guys missed the show last week, go ahead and check out Scython for all the great management materials that they offer. If you're not using it in your haunt, you could really benefit from it. Willie May coming through.
9th through the 11th.
Yes, February 9th through the 11th.
Haha. Aw,
there
man.
it is. Fear Expo.
12th through the
9th
14th. Sorry.
Owen. 12th through the 14th.
12th through.
Okay. Jesus. Fear Expo, April 12th through the 14th at Owensboro, Kentucky, at the Owensboro Convention Center. I'm pretty sure most people on the chat has been there already. You guys know what we're about, and you know what we're doing. Lots of great vendors. We are packed, but there's a couple spaces still available. So if you want to get on this, get in there now. And if you need some more room, let us know. We'll make something happen. So it looks like we got some booths in the dark zone, and it looks like we got one, maybe two booths on the main floor. So go ahead and get in there now and get that happening. Tane was at our first live show, and she was at our second live show. And I have to tell you, if we make a jump like we did from our first show to our second show, our second throw to our third show, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger venue.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big problem.
Yeah.
So get in there. It's a lot of fun, guys. I throw a bunch of parties. There's gonna be a haunt tour. All the stuff we're working on as we speak, and I'm hoping that we're gonna get in there and have some updates here for you shortly. Tayan.
Steve.
It's always great to see you, but I'm done.
I'm done too.
So
Feel that.
Yeah, I gotta wake up early and sweat all day tomorrow, like always.
You have fun with that.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. I got burned today, and I got electrocuted in a very sensitive area that I do not feel like talking about.
I'm sorry.
It was an eventful day today. Anyways, hey, where can we find Project Backfire?
You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, but I never post on there because I'm not good at that. And TikTok and at projectbackfire.net. This is
That's
my
what we're gonna have
list
to
of
do.
stuff that I still have. I still
There
have
it is,
all this
guys.
stuff. Screenshot
Right
it.
there.
Get
Ready
the
to
things
go.
before the
In
haunt
the
season
box.
starts.
Yeah, in a box, ready to go. If you're in a pinch, you guys need some stuff. Get your tattoo guns. Get your horns. What else you got? Anyways,
I have
reach out to
ice
Tan.
creams and stuff.
Yeah, reach out
All
to Tan. She's got a
things.
bunch of stuff. Get it. Get it in your haunt. Eloise has it. Why don't you? So go and
Yeah.
get it.
Period.
That's what we're gonna have to do in Florida. Is we're gonna have to make TikToks.
We're gonna have to do that, and I don't know. You do your fire stuff.
Okay. I will bring my fire stuff to Florida. I will bring it to Florida.
Hashtag Tiki Steve.
I just
gonna make a
somebody in Florida is gonna have to find me fuel though because I can't fly with it.
Well, I
Something
live in
about
Florida.
TSA, and
I
explosives.
live in Florida.
and
I
stuff
can
like
make that
so.
happen.
All right. Well,
Were you a
then we can do
slider?
that.
Were you a slider,
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
teach me how to slide when you come to Florida?
I can do that. I can bring my gear. My knees aren't what they used to be, but I can do that. And you know, being that close to Florida, I'm sure Joseph Bodkin will probably show up. He's down south, so and it's as much as I was like a second gen slider. Him and what Slider Jesus are doing for the sliding industry is bonkers. It's when I first started to become known for sliding, I never ever thought it would get any further than that until those two guys showed up on the scene and they just took it. They took it to outer space. I mean, it's incredible what they're doing. So, anyways, yeah, I can bring some gear. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll teach a slider class. Maybe I'll click on that instructor page and I'll teach a slider class down there. And an interactive slider class where we actually do it instead of just talking about it. We'll actually construct and do it. I think we should do
That'd
that.
be cool.
Anyways,
I think you should. Just
I don't know. It's late. I've been drinking. My dad waters. So, all right, I'm done. Tan,
I'm
I'll
done.
see you next week.
I will see you.
All right.
Stay
I'll see all you
spooky.
guys next week.
Thank you.